Hi guys, and welcome to another fabulous update from Litentry this week. My name is Monique and I'm from the contents and marketing team at Litentry, and I will bring you the updates for this week. So we're already approaching April, and that means some exciting times ahead. We've got Easter coming up, and we're going to start off today by talking about some events. So there's two offline events happening. The first one is the Zazulu event, where Mel will be attending in Montenegro. So the event will run from March the 25th until May the 25th. And Zazulu will host like a variety of events on topics such as like synthetic biology, technology for privacy, public goods and longevity, governance and more. So they also have opportunities to learn from themed events to informal reading groups. It's almost like a campus with a 10% course load, so where you can walk around and have a fascinating conversation with anyone around. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And then next we have Remy, and Remy will be attending the Beyond the Chain events in Vietnam on the 8th of April. This event was initiated by Parity Tech and hosted for the first time in SEAC by Subwallet. Beyond the Chain aims to onboard developers to Web3 and Polkadot. So Remy will be discussing a panoramic overview and guidelines of how to break into the blockchain with Polkadot or Web3. So we now have two open positions for a junior and a senior Rust developer. And if you know anyone in the Web3 with Web3 and Rust program experience who fits the job description and who's interacted in the position, please consider referring them. And in order to apply directly, you can go to the website under litentry.com/careers for more information and access to the application forms. And next we have some project updates. So we're going to start off with Parachain. So on the Parachain side, for the past 2 weeks, the team were planning to complete the alpha launch the first phase on Rococo in order to oversee all functionalities. Our team has carefully incorporated several advanced technical solutions to ensure privacy, security, and usability while staying humble and open to improvements. These solutions include the TE, the Trusted Execution Environment, adherence to the Decentralized Identifiers, DID, and the implementation of the Identity Graph. So some fixes that also took place in our system to improve functions. We have fixed problems on the T-Rex palette to prevent the system from crashing, and as well fixing problems by external data providers preventing further issues. For example, like the WebSocket connection got lost and resulting in the TE being unable to reconnect. So that was also looked into. And we also fixed the VC errors that weren't being returned and exposed to the parachain. Now, there was also some changes made on how the system handles user information, adjustments on the user's identity graph. So now when a user sets a shielding key to keep their information safe, the system will create a special code for that user. So the system will only show the user's information when it's needed, and it will only show the most recent 20 identities of information. So this is an important step. And also for the integration test, there is a test tool introducing some new features that are currently under code review. And these features include checking changes in TE storage during the test and using multiple random accounts for testing. On the documentation side, we have some new documentation on the website. So the documentations on IMP, extrinsic events and error events, as well as the VCMP, which is the Verifiable Credential Management Palette. These are published on Gitbook and under Litentry documentation that can be seen on the website. Some modifications are ongoing. There will also be a simple explanation published on the T-Rex palette soon. So you can have a look out for that or on the website. Okay, so for the Identity updates, Identity Hub updates. So Identity Hub version 3 development for the alpha launch is ongoing. Several days are required in order for some further development and fixings before the first launch. The score calculations logic development is completed and now connecting with the UI and in process of developing some more functionalities and more thorough tests will also be run on this. So as you all know, we did the Figma testing a week ago, and we have some feedback. So what we did is we managed to get quite a few interviews thus far, and the feedback has been compiled, and we're also creating the necessary solutions for those feedbacks. So what happens is we are creating a user journey to map these feedback along their journey and see which stages of the service have the most opportunity for improvement. And you can keep an eye out for some more opportunities to take part in testing and flex some knowledge and skills. And for new features, we are currently talking about adding new features that will allow third-party projects to request VC generation through SDK. However, we have some concerns that we are discussing. The first major concern is whether we are only giving port 3 the ability to query data. If this is the case, it could make us replaceable, but to address this concern, we ask for user approval before generating a single address VC. So while aggregating data from multiple accounts to protect the user's privacy, even though port 3 has access to the user's account information, our service can prevent them from exposing unnecessary user data to projects on their platform. So since the early market needs more education, it's important to take our unique value of privacy protection clear to port 3 so they understand the benefits and are more willing to adopt our service. So the second major concern is whether it's secure to allow other users to generate a credential for someone else with their approval. So this concern is also currently being discussed, and we'll find a solution. Okay, on the next slide, we are moving on to the Explorer page. So we have a teaser for you guys today. So we add an Explorer page of the Identity Hub dashboard. You can request for early access and enjoy the experience of this new amazing platform. But with the Identity Hub, the users can link their identities across various networks, enabling a comprehensive and unified profile that remains under control and preserves privacy. So here you can see a little sneak preview of what the dashboard can look like. Okay, now next for some community questions. So today we have 4 community questions that were answered. The first one was, I received a Litentry recruitment email from Sage, but when I click the link to fill in the information, the page sent out an error 404 message. So the answer here would be we've been fully made aware actually of this problem, and we contacted the dedicated team to apply the fixes. But in the meantime, you can actually email directly to Litentry to apply, and should you still be experiencing any issues, feel free to contact us directly. Then next one was, good morning, is the Litentry DID startup program still active and open? So we have paused the program for now, and we will reopen applications once the ID Hub SDKs are ready. The third question for this week, do I need to use Litmus or Litentry chain to stake on Web3 Go? The Lit staking is currently only available on Litentry, the Polkadot parachain, the Litentry Polkadot parachain, and the staking palette is designed in a way that it permits delegators and collators to share risks and rewards. So you can follow the staking guide tutorial from the participant in Lit staking on Litentry website documentation. It will be there if you go directly onto the website. Okay, and number 4, the last question. What is Space ID? Is it a threat to Litentry? I read about what they want to do, and is it similar to Litentry? So the answer here is there will be a comparison graphic release on this shortly. We'll add it to the documentation on the website as well. But in simple terms, the main difference besides both being a decentralized identity platform is that Space ID focuses on domains and trading thereof, where Litentry places the focus on privacy and security in generating your identity along with scores and labels, so allowing any third party to integrate and build their own platform on the mainnet. So all in all, Space ID is building a universal name service network with a one-stop identity platform to discover, register, trade, manage Web3 domains. It also includes a Web3 name SDK and API for developers across blockchains, and provides a multi-chain name service to easily build and create a Web3 identity. So we'll release some comparison on this soon, and you can have a look out for that. And that is a wrap for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the updates, and we'll bring you some more soon. And we look forward to having you at our Identity Hub Alpha launch. Have a great week, and goodbye.